Hi, I'm Cheryl Stein, and I love to paint.
Welcome to Buy Local Michigan, where we are promoting Michigan business, communities, and its people.
Hello, I'm Dwayne from DW Video and Multimedia, and I'd like to welcome Cheryl to the studio today. Welcome, Cheryl.
Thanks, Dwayne.
Tell me, what is it that you want to be when you grow up?
Well, I've tried a lot of things and keep coming back to a painter as an artist, yes.
What types of things do you like to paint?
Mostly I like to paint reflections, and I like water, but you have to have light, so it always comes down to the light.
What inspired you to become a painter?
Well, the light.
The light.
When I was a child, I went to my uncle's parish. He was a priest, and it was the first time I'd ever been in a church with stained glass windows, and it was a beautiful church, and the windows were glorious with all the rich color, and the light was coming in. I remember they couldn't move me, they couldn't drag me out of that church.
What type of medium do you like to work in?
Well, watercolor, because I don't have to cut glass up for one thing, but it's still transparent like that, like those window panes, and light goes through, and then all of a sudden you have physics involved. It becomes a rodeo ride, where you are trying to harness that water. It's going everywhere, and the paper is a certain dampness, or the paint has weight, it sinks, so there's all these physical properties that are a hoot.
And that's something
like,
so you've been able to refine that over the years.
Yeah.
Because you've been doing it, I don't want your age, but you've been doing it, let's say, from the 70s?
Oh yeah, in high school, and yeah, late 60s,
So you
early
can,
70s.
And you're probably your worst critic.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it stops you. It does. It's terrible.
Before we came on, you were telling me a little bit about this painting right here, and let's talk about the eyes for just a second. If we can we're running out of time, but
Yeah.
you have a large family, and
Right.
tell me about the eyes of your parents here.
Right. Well, first of all, it's a pastel, so it's very difficult to find the edge in one little thing, and it changes the person. So as I was painting this, and this is my parents, they had 12 children, and as I was painting it, every time I'd move something, I go, oh my goodness, it's Mary. Oh my goodness, it's Ron. I mean, I saw my brothers and sisters parade through this painting until it was done.
That had to have been a great inspiration.
It was extremely spiritual, and I was crying half the time when I was painting it. So
then your parents loved it when you gave it to them.
They did.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about Michigan inspires you as a painter?
Oh, there's so much. Oh, there's all that water. There's all that water. There's lakes everywhere, and we purchased a small little place on a tiny little lake, and I can't stop painting that lake, and I can't even get out of there.
Okay.
And so Michigan's huge.
But your work is available for sale. You paint, sometimes get inspired, and you can sell that. People can contract with you if they need something.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about, how does Cheryl get paid?
Cheryl gets paid by the square inch.
All right.
So it depends on what you're having done. This summer I finished a mural on a brick wall for Rex Schuberg, and that was really, really cool. It was a portrait of his dad.
Okay.
And the thrill is painting it, but then it's the anticipation of my client seeing it
For the first
for
time.
the first time.
Okay.
And I know right then if I'm successful, and that is what turns my crank.
Well, and that's wonderful. So it doesn't have to be a side of a building.
No.
It can be a small watercolor,
It can.
8 by 10 or whatever. Somebody can come to you, or how do they get in touch with you to see your work?
Well, my website, which is CherylSteinStudio.com.
I take it that even though you're in Michigan, you can contract with people all over the world.
Yeah, certainly.
Okay.
I have paintings everywhere.
Well, I'd like to thank you again for stopping in today.
Thank you.
I'm Dwayne from DW Video and Multimedia. Remember to buy and shop locally.
Buy Local Michigan is produced by DW Video and Multimedia, where we are telling your story.